day, everyone. It's me, Marge. My complete name is Margie Sebusa, a BS Ed Filipino 2. Today, I am going to have a demonstration. Good morning, class. How are you today? Okay, can you please arrange your chairs, and after you do it, you can take your seat. It seems like you're so energetic today. Okay, I will check your attendance and say your first name when I call your last name. Is it clear? Okay. Reyes, Lopez, Garcia. Okay, very good. You are all present today. Let us have some energizer before we proceed to our topic. This energizer is called Would You Rather. Are you familiar with this energizer, this game? Are you familiar? Would you rather? Okay, this is a very fun way to get to know each other. The questions are funny, easy, and so on. So here are the mechanics. 1. I will present 2 options. You will raise your index finger if you choose option 1. And you will raise both of your index finger and middle finger if you choose option 2. Okay, is it clear? Again, you will raise your index finger if you choose option 1, and you will raise your both index and middle finger if you choose option 2. Okay, let us have some sample question. Would you rather read a book or watch a movie? Okay, read a book or watch a movie. Understand? Okay, let's start. Would you rather lose all your teeth or all of your hair? Okay. It's funny. Next, would you rather have your dream job or find a true love? Oh, many of you choose to have your dream job, and some of you choose to find a true love. Next, would you rather choose cell phone or computer? Okay, next, would you rather playing online games or watching TV? Oh, majority of you choose playing online games. And lastly, would you rather listen to our discussion or answering activities? Oh, again, majority of you choose listening to our discussion. Okay, that's it. Thank you for participating. Did you enjoy? Okay, we can now proceed to our discussion for today. When we say multimedia or media, what comes into your mind? May I have your idea, Miss Bangno? Okay, stand up please. Thank you. So, multimedia is the use, according to Miss Bangno, it is the use of a variety of artistic or communicative media. So our topic for today, guess what is our topic for today? Okay class, our topic for today is all about multimedia authoring type 3, hypermedia production software. Again, what comes in your mind? What comes in your mind when you hear this topic? Miss Farelia, stand up please. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Farelia. Without further ado, let us tackle about this topic. Okay, let us read or let us discuss about this topic. In the late 1980s, early hypermedia offering programs included Hyperland for Macintosh, Lincoln for MS-DOS machines, and TutorTech for Apple II computers. Class, listen because we will be having a quiz tomorrow. Okay, bear with me. In your own understanding, what is hypermedia, Miss Salise? Share your idea to your classmates. Okay, thank you. You have the idea. Hypermedia, according to Miss Salise is an extension to hypertext providing multimedia facilities such as those handling sounds and video. So thank you. Let's go back to, let's proceed. So these programs presented a major leap toward in technology. But because designers had to invest major time commitment, so designers need to invest major time commitment so that they can learn and use the software. Their use was limited, but things began to change. So everything's changed, diba? Change is the only constant. So things began to change when Roger Wanier's Hyper Studio was released in the year 1988. So things began to change. According here is change began to change when Roger Wanier's Hyper Studio was released in year 1988. So did you understand, class? Do you understand? Okay, by the way, what is Hyper Studio? Yes, Miss Lugo. Okay, thank you. Hyper Studio is a creativity tool software program. This is released in year 1988 by Roger Wanier. So Roger Wanier was the creativity tool software program. This is released in 1988 again by Roger Wanier. So you can jot down the important lesson on your notebook. Okay, class. It is used same basic and card in stock metaphor as a hypercard did, but it eliminated much of the need for extensive scripting or for programming commands. So we have here resources and guidelines for hypermedia production. Alright, we also have here the resources and guidelines for hypermedia production. There are two types of resources that are currently available. So currently available to develop hypermedia environments. What are these two resources? Kindly read or kindly read again. Kindly read and elaborate, Miss Garcia. Stand up, please. Okay, thank you. So, according to Ms. Garcia, excuse me, the first results or the first resources programs that run on computer that have links to web resources. The other is for designing environments that are completely web-based. Example. So we have here an example. The based example packages of both types are this one. So in the year 2000 again, in the year 2000, Hyper Studio was not actively supported. So it is not actively supported again and again. It was offered for sale, and came back into use of schools. So it is still being used as a platform for students. Produced hypermedia and now has additional multimedia features. Okay, including the abilities to podcast and connect, web, YouTube, and other social media sites. Is it clear, class? Do you understand what am I talking about here? Okay, very good. Programs have become available that make it possible to create online hypermedia, including web creation programs like Adobe Creative Suite and Microsoft Expression Studio. Are you familiar of Adobe Creative Suite? Oh, what is it, Miss Reyes again? What is it? Adobe Creative Suite. Okay, thank you. So, Adobe Creative Suite is a discontinued software suite of graphic design, video editing, and web development applications developed by Adobe Systems. So that is the Adobe Creative Suite. So we have here the integration. Strategies for hypermedia authoring software. So it is the multimedia and hypermedia development projects are taking the place of many traditional activities to accomplish the same purposes. Okay, in brief tutorial, we have here brief tutorials. So here, in brief tutorials, teachers and students can create hypermedia instructional sequences that step the user through the components of a topic. For example, Tompley, Holt, and Tesman in the year 2008 described a series of animated tutorials accompanied by games and quizzes. That guide high school students through concepts about drug abuse. Okay, and that is all about brief tutorials. So teachers and students can create hypermedia instructional sequences that step the user through the components of the topic. And next is in student-created presentations. Student-created presentation. It is the most powerful constructivist strategies. Okay, when we say student-created presentations, we always remember that it is the most powerful constructivist strategies. For example, Hernandez, Ramos, and La Paz in year 2010 found that when students created hypermedia mini documentaries in history topics, they were more engaged and achieved deeper understanding of history than did students using more traditional methods. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed. Uh, Next is interactive storybooks. So in interactive storybooks, it is under presentation. Under presentation hypermedia, and is often seen as a way to reinforce and enhance children's literacy skills. Last, that is all about interactive storybooks. Okay, class, what is it? Interactive storybooks. It is under presentation, hypermedia, and is often seen as a way to reinforce and to enhance the children's literacy skills. Okay, last is student-designed hypermedia environments and games. Having students design websites and other hypermedia products, it is challenging and complex problem solving. It means that it is a challenging and complex problem solving process. It encourages reflective and critical thinking. So students need to have this, or they encourage to have a reflective and critical thinking, in which students not only experience and work with media in authentic setting. So that is all about student design hypermedia environments and games. It is said here that having students design websites and other hypermedia products is a challenging and complex problem solving process. It encourages reflective and critical thinking, in which students not only experience and work with media in authentic setting again. So that is all about student design hypermedia environments and games. So that's it. I hope that you have, or you learned some in my discussion. Okay, prepare for a quiz tomorrow. Thank you, class. Class dismissed.